Okay, hello everyone. I'm gonna pin myself. So I haven't done a stacked class in a while, so I wanted to throw one of those in there. I'll explain it more once we do our warm up, but essentially it's stacking 10 exercises on top of each other, and you get 30-second breaks in between them. It'll make more sense, I think, as we start doing it. That's pretty much all I have today. I tried to pick a variety of exercises so no one would hate, all 10. No one would love all 10. There's a variety. So I think it'll be a pretty fun time. Any thoughts, questions, concerns before we start? Let's do it. All right, as always, we're gonna start on our backs. So low back is pressed into the mat here. Glutes are starting to be engaged. Feet are pressed into the ground. And we'll put our hands on our pelvis here, so you can put them kind of like a diamond shape on your pelvis, and apply a little bit of pressure as you start to lift your hips up into a glute bridge. So you're adding some feedback into that glute bridge. So just pressing down lightly on your pelvis. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, people.
So starting to squeeze those glutes, and we're just gonna start basically like, bringing your knees in and out here. So lightly, what's the term for this? I'm not sure. Flutter. Yeah, you're fluttering your knees in and out. Flap. I love those. Those are great, Ryan. Thank you. Really squeezing the glutes here. You can even tap on them to make sure they're starting to be engaged. Yeah, I like to pinch my hip bones here. That's not really what I'm doing. I'm putting my hand in my hip crease, but all right, we're gonna pause and add in some glute bridge marches here. So you'll just lift your knee up into a glute bridge, and we'll just alternate back and forth. Yeah, if you want to do Ryan's little addition with a little dinosaur hand.
You do.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're lifting and lowering here. So starting to get some tension in those glutes. Core is also starting to engage to help keep this out of the low back. We'll do a few more lift and lowers. And when you're lowering, you can imagine you're like pressing a button into the ground. So there's still some tension. It's not like you're just slamming your foot to the ground. All right, 3, 2, 1. We'll stay in that glute bridge and just lift and lower the heels. So we're adding some calf engagement here. We'll be doing, like, when I say jumping, don't freak out, but some sort of lifted movements. So get ready for those today. Wahoo! All right, and we'll lower all the way down. Bring those hands behind your head. Elbows are pointed up towards the ceiling. Taking a nice big inhale here. Exhale, lifting up off those shoulder blades. Elbows are pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to extend that left leg out straight. You can flex that toe back and towards you. Good, lowering that knee and down. Inhale, exhale, lifting up off the shoulder blades. That right leg is extended, flexing in towards you. Good, lay down and lower. Inhale, exhale, and lift up. We're going to extend that left leg and then bring it into flexion. Extend it back out, bringing it into flexion. That low back is staying on the ground the whole time. So we're just bending and extending that left leg for 3, 2, 1. Leg down and lower. Inhale, exhale, lifting up off those shoulder blades. That right leg comes out straight and we're bending and extending from that right hip joint. So again, thinking about that button, like you're pressing a button with that right foot. Getting into those deep core muscles. 3, 2, 1, and down. Inhale, exhale, lifting up that left leg. We're going to twist just a ½ inch towards that left leg, and the same thing, but with a twist this time. So starting to kind of peel out those obliques here, weaken them up. Good. 3, 2, 1, and down. Inhale, exhale, lifting up. That right leg extends. We're twisting a ½ inch towards the right, and then extending and bending here. Good. 3, 2, 1. We have one final round. Inhale, Exhale, lifting up that left leg, straightens, we're twisting. And then if you want to add on a punch with that right arm across, we're doing that extension with that right arm across. So extra oblique here, like you're punching the wall on your left side. 3, 2, 1, foot down, final time, inhale. Exhale, and lift that left leg comes out, twisting towards the right. If you want to add that punch, so you're punching that left arm, and we're bringing that leg in and back out here. Good. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right. We are coming on up. We'll just do a quick cat-cow and quadruped. So coming into your quadruped here, knees are under hips. On your inhale, we'll start to pull the scapula back and get some opening in the chest, like you're pulling your chest through your hands. And on that exhale, pressing into the spine, pressing through the hands for some opening. Inhale, we're lifting through the chest. So notice I'm not dropping my back down too far. And then that exhale, you're pressing and releasing those upper back muscles. All right, we ready? Stack, stack, stack. Let me hear you. Stack, stack. I'm kidding. You don't actually have to say it. All right, so how it works is we'll have 10 exercises, and the first one we will do 10 times, but not in a row. And we'll basically be stacking them on top of each other and then return to the top and add the next one. So our first exercise is everyone in this class's favorite, so I'm sure everyone will love it. We'll be doing a forearm plank to dolphin. So I'll come back so you can see it, but we're in that dolphin, and then you're walking those feet back, hinging forward into that forearm plank, walking those feet in for your dolphin, walking back into that plank. Yay! Mom doesn't like that one. All right, so we're starting with that 30 seconds, and then I'll demo the next one during that 30-second break. All right, let's do it. So starting with that forearm plank to dolphin for 30 seconds. In 3, Mom, you look like you're glaring at me. 2, 1. So walking from that plank into, or if you can do it right, do it and not actually move your feet at all. I love when you do your little walk-ins. So lifting up those hips and then hinging forward into that forearm plank. You could always drop down to your knees for that plank. Good. 3, 2, 1. We're all gonna, Well, our next exercise, we'll be adding on a side lunge pivot. So you can stand up here. We'll be starting at the top of our mats. We'll be side lunging to the side, back to the top, pivoting the other way, back to the top. So if you want to stand at the top of your mat, that's where we'll start for this one. Starting in 3, 2, 1. So we're pivoting one side, sitting the hips back into that side lunge, pivoting the other way. So how this is going to work is at the end of this 30 seconds, we're going right back into that first exercise, which is our forearm plank into our dolphin. Good. We'll start that forearm plank to dolphin in 3, 2, 1. Good. So 30 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing, especially on this one. Sometimes I forget. Getting those shoulders nice and warmed up. 3, 2, 1. All right. Next up, we will be going into an inchworm. So I think we've all done an inchworm before, but walking forward into that plank position, bending those knees, walking back up into a standing position. So we'll be doing that inchworm into our side lunge pivots into our forearm plank to dolphin. So when you're ready, finding the back of your mat or your space, inchworms in 3, 2, 1. So you can bend those knees generously here, find that plank position, and then walking back. So you're really engaging the glutes, the core, and then as you touch the ground, the scapula are squeezing together. All right, getting ready for those side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. Finding the top of your mat. We're pivoting, side lunges, side to side. Again, sometimes I like to keep my hands on my pelvis to make sure it's staying even. Ryan's gonna call them my little dinosaur fingers. Pinching. So you can see how this adds up when you're doing them back to back. All right, forearm plank to dolphin in 3, 2, 1. So walking those feet in, squeezing up through your shoulder blades and back into your plank. You got this, Ryan. Whew. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that is going to be hard 10 times. All right, 30 seconds off. So our next exercise is skaters. So you can do an option of just stepping behind. So just stepping, or you can add in a bit of a hop, or you can add on the full tapping the ground, jumping the other side. Your choice. Whew. All right, let's go. Starting those skaters in 3, 2, 1. So picking your level here. Trying to push off the inside of your foot. Again, pick your level here. There's no right or wrong version. Yeah, great, go back there. Really feeling those hamstrings start to engage. Getting ready for the inchworms in 3, 2, 1. Finding the back of your mat, and we're walking forward. See all of the multiple planes we're using today? So fun. It's a multi-planar workout.
Okay.
Woohoo!
This is enthusiasm.
Oh man. Good. Getting ready for the side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. We're pivoting to the side, finding the front of the mat, and pivoting the other direction. So we're getting both sides here. This really gets your heart rate up super fast. Good. Getting ready for that forearm plank to dolphin in 3, 2, 1. Finding that dolphin and then walking back for that forearm plank. Walking in and back out. If you really prefer a dolphin or a plank, feel free to just stay in one. World is your oyster. Good. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds off. All right. Next up, we have Ryan's favorite exercise.
What is this?
So we'll start in a plank. I think it's actually easier to show this at a diagonal. So you'll start in a plank and then come back into a hovering table, back into a plank, back into a hovering table. So my knees are a couple inches off the ground. It's gonna be rough. Feel free to take breaks in there, I promise. All right, we're starting in 3, 2, 1. So finding that plank position, hovering those knees, pushing back a bit, and then coming back into your plank. Hovering those knees, coming forward, So you're just pressing yourself back. Those knees are staying a couple inches off the ground, coming back forward. Getting ready for our skaters in 3, 2, 1, standing up. Whew. I'm fired up real fast. So again, finding your level for these skaters. You can add a hand on the ground. You can just step a foot behind, as long as you're keeping that pelvis neutral. After this, we're going into those inchworms. In 3, 2, 1. Walking forward into that plank position. You can always lower down onto the knees or take a break at the top. All right, getting ready for those side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. Coming to the top of your mat, pivoting back, and then switching to the other side. I'll do it back here. Good, we're getting ready for that final piece here. That forearm plank into dolphin. In 3, 2, 1, finding that dolphin or plank, and then walking those feet back, dolphin. I'm feeling it too, trust me. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds off. We're more than halfway here. Grab some water, take a quick breather if you need it. Next up, we have scissors. So we'll be on our backs. You can put your hands under your pelvis if that works better. You can have the knees bent and have this be more of a bicycle movement, or if you would rather it be scissors down low, like flutter kicks, or you can make it a full range of motion if that feels better. So depending on your core strength here. All right. Oh, I'm out of breath. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. So remember your options here. You can put those hands under your pelvis if you want, and then you could do big scissors or little scissors at the bottom, or more bicycle kicks with knees bent. Your choice. All right, getting ready for that plank to hovering table in 3, 2, 1. We're basically flipping right on over into that plank position and then pressing back, those knees hovering, coming back forward. No need for speed here. That core is really deeply engaged here, which can be hard to focus on. We're doing skaters in 3, 2, 1. Stepping up, finding your version of skaters here. So you can add in a hand tap. You can just step the foot behind, watching the pelvis. Nice job, everyone. We're getting ready for that inchworm in 3, 2, 1. Finding the back of your mat, walking forward into that inchworm. Walking back. It is very hot in here. Finding that plank position. All right, coming to those side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. So starting at the top of your mat, coming out to the side, coming to the top, pivoting the other way. So sitting back deeply into the hips, that back is staying pretty flat here so that your low back's not taking the weight. All right, getting ready for the infamous plank to dolphin in 3, 2, 1, coming down to the floor. And then again, you can always just hold a dolphin or a plank if that feels better for you. Ryan seems to like his forearm plank, which is great. Good, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Next up, we have Curtsy Lunges, which I think we've done before in class. So stepping the foot behind enough that you can get a bend in that back knee, coming back in, curtsy lunge behind, stepping back in. So again, keeping the pelvis forward, the leg is what comes behind.
Go for it.
Yeah, I will. All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1. So that step behind, and we're just alternating into those curtsy lunges. And again, if curtsy lunges feel at all weird on your knees, just do normal lunges. Totally fine. As a reminder, after this, we have scissors. So we'll be coming onto our back. In 3, 2, 1, onto our backs. Come into those scissors. Whatever that looks like for you. That low back is staying on the ground. Can't see the clock. 10 seconds left. Coming to the plank to hovering table in 3, 2, 1. Flipping on over here. Whew, how does this one feel? Like a break? Good, hovering those knees, coming forward. Nice and controlled here. Getting ready for skaters in 3, 2, 1. Whew. Again, your skaters may look different as we go on, as you want a little bit more of a recovery or you want to focus on your form. Good. Getting ready for the inchworm in 3, 2, 1. Going right into those inchworms. Walking forward into that plank. Holding it for a second. And then walking back. And squeezing those glutes on the way up. All right, getting ready for those side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. So coming to the top of your mat, side lunge, pivot around. We're coordinated. All right, 10 seconds, and then we're moving on to that plank and dolphin. And 3, 2, 1. Right down into that dolphin or plank. Nice, less than 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, we have 3 left. 3 left, woo! All right, next up we have side plank rotations. You can do this on your hands or on your forearms. I'll demo both. So side plank rotations, we're rotating through the middle. You can also do this on your hands. So same thing. You could also modify on one knee, so coming through on your knees. Whoo, mother of pearly whirl.
Sashays.
All right, let's do it. Starting with those side plank rotations. Again, remembering your options here in 3, 2, 1. So again, finding that oblique strength here. Try on your forearms. Good. All right, we're getting ready for those curtsy lunges in 3, 2, 1. Standing up, adding in our curtsy lunges here. So taking a generous step back. Trying to keep the pelvis facing forward the whole time. Right after this, we have scissors. In 3, 2, 1, laying on your back. Remember your options here. You can do more of that. Bicycle leg. Got 10 seconds. We'll go right into that plank into hovering table. In 3, 2, 1, flipping over. Plank position, hovering those knees, coming back forward. Making sure you're not protracting the shoulder blades, but you're sliding the shoulder blades down your back. Just so you're not up dogging them. Good, we're going into skaters in 3, 2, 1. So again, finding whatever this means to you. Mine are nice and slow and fun. They don't need to be too wild, it's your choice. Good, we are going into our inchworms. And 3, 2, 1. So walking forward into that plank and then walking back up. Squeezing those glutes on the up. All right, side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. Starting at the top of the mat, pivoting back to the forward side lunge. So even as we get tired, making sure that form is key here. Those hips are pressing back. All right, getting ready for our plank to dolphin in 3, 2, 1. Good, 15 seconds left. Good, 3, 2, 1. All right, we have 2 rounds left. Oh. Next up, we have sashays. So this is similar to skaters, except it's more of like a double step. And you don't actually have to tap the ground, but it's just the movement of you're kind of shuffling one way and then shuffling the other way. It's a fun one, I think. All right, whew, second to last round in 3, 2, 1. So shuffle, shuffle, touch. Shuffle, shuffle, touch.
Sashay.
Sashay. I don't think this is actually a sashay, but
Meredith showed us one.
yeah. It's close though.
It's not even, it's really not. At all.
I think it's a fun name. Remember to hinge your hips back. We'll go into those side plank rotations in 3, 2, 1. Whatever version, if you want to do it on your forearms or on your arms. Sliding the scapula down your back a bit. We'll come into curtsy lunges for the next one. In 3, 2, 1. Stepping right into those curtsy lunges. Stepping, you're in my line. Stepping behind. And those hips are still hinging back even in these curtsy lunges. Core and pelvis are even. Good. Scissors in 3, 2, 1. That was a weird transition I just did. All right, right into those scissors. Remember your choices here. Again, pressing that low back down into the mat. Good. 3, 2, 1. Flipping over for our plank into hovering table. Finding that plank position, pressing those knees into a hover and back. Good, we're coming for those skaters in 3, 2, 1. Second to last time with our skaters here. You got them. You can imagine it like a little fairy prance. If you want to add in some arms, have some fun with it. Good, after these skaters, remember we're going into our inchworms. In 3, 2, 1. We are almost there, everyone, I promise. Remember to bend your knees a lot as you come down and walk forward. Getting ready for those side lunge pivots in 3, 2, 1. Finding the top of your mat or lunging back, switching to the other side. We are almost there, last little push. I'm very excited for my stretches at the end. All right, we're getting ready for that dolphin to plank in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, you can always just hold that forearm plank or your dolphin. Good. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, last one. So our final exercise that we only have to do one time is a squat or squat jump. So You can choose to just make this a squat, or you can add on that jump if you want a little bit of plyo. Your choice. Last time through these 10 exercises, let's do it. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, squats or squat jumps. Your choice here. Squeezing those glutes. Ooh, that was a cute little jump. That was really nice. These are funny. You're like a little bunny rabbit. All right, going into our sashays in 3, 2, 1. So shuffle, shuffle, tap. Shuffle, shuffle, tap. I love this one. It's so fun. Shuffle, shuffle, tap. Shuffle, shuffle, tap.
All right.
Shuffle. Remember, you don't actually have to touch the ground if you don't want. You can just kind of get in that general vicinity. All right, we're going to the side plank rotations in 3, 2, 1. Remember, you can do this on your forearms, on your knees. I'm going to do a modified version this time. After this, we'll go into curtsy lunges.
I don't know why it's short.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Coming into these curtsy lunges, stepping behind. Whew. Ow. Good. After this, we'll go into our scissors. Starting those in 3, 2, 1. Laying on back is always a fake luxury for a moment. Although if you just want to lay here for the 30 seconds, feel free to. World is your oyster. So you can do those bicycle legs, you can do scissors. Good. We'll do that plank into hovering table in 3, 2, 1. Flipping around here. Finding that plank position. We'll hover and come back forward. Good. Remember, after this, we'll go into our skaters. In 3, 2, 1. Whew. I'm feeling it. So again, you can make this a step behind, or you can add on a little bit of that fire if you want. Good. 3, 2, 1. We'll come into our inchworm. So walking forward into that plank position. And then walking back up. Walking forward. Last time through these, 10 seconds, and then we'll go into our side lunge pivots. In 3, 2, 1. Finding front of your mat. We're side lunging and switching. Less than a minute to go. Woo! All right, getting ready for that dolphin to plank in 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to hold the plank this time. Do whatever you feel like doing at this point. All right, final 15 seconds here, and then we'll have our cool down. Good. 3, 2, 1. Oh, those are always so much harder than I think they're going to be. All right, grab some water, take a second. We'll do 2 or 3 minutes of a couple stretches, and then I shall let you go. How are we feeling? A little sweaty? I'm very tired. All right. We're gonna start with a hurdler stretch. So bringing one leg forward, one leg back into our hurdler position. So releasing some of the glute and the hips. So if this feels good, stay here. If you want to start walking forward, feel free to. But again, you're not trying to arch your back. Try to keep the whole upper back pretty flat here. You can also play around with kind of hinging side to side a little bit. That may feel a little bit deeper in your glute. Good. We'll walk up and switch sides so that other leg is forward, other leg is back, same thing. Finding that center of your knee and walking towards it, so getting some release in that back hip and glute. You can walk forward as much as you can with a straight spine. I just have very tight hips. Good. We're actually going to cross our legs here, so come to the front, and we'll start with some big shoulder rolls. Ryan, you're so close.
What?
You're so close to finishing the stretches. Just finish them. Come on.
All right, keep teaching,
Come on. Shoulder rolls. So releasing some of that upper back tension, getting some movement in your thoracic spine. Good. So we did a lot of lateral and a lot of sagittal plane movement. So bringing those arms up to goalposts, we'll just do a last couple thoracic mobility moves to release some of the upper back. So kind of magneting the scapula on the upper back, and the core is still engaged. We're not splaying our ribs. Good. And our final thing, we'll bring those hands together, punch forward and release that upper back. Dropping that neck forward. So we're puffing up the upper back. And then bringing those arms behind our back, doing the opposite. So opening up the chest here. Yay! Jazz hands. That was really freaking hard, but that was fun. I'm going to stop recording.